this is where my friend grew up. This is still her parents' house. She's not able to be here today.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
But, so we used to hang out a lot. We used to have fires over there. The fire pit used to be, like, right in front of where the shed is over there.
Okay.
So one night, we were just having a fire, right? And we heard, like, a really loud whistle. And we didn't know what it was. It seemed really far away. And that was it. Nothing.
And you know the animals that are around here, I'm assuming.
We do, yes.
Okay.
I mean, she's lived here her whole life. I've lived
Sure.
here my whole life, you know.
Understood.
And we couldn't figure out what would make it so loud. But, so, that was freaky enough as it was, because we didn't know.
Yeah.
And then the next week we were out here, and we heard it again, only it was closer and way louder. And immediately after the whistle ended, every dog all around just started barking and howling, just going wild. And we just looked at each other like, what is going on? And as quick as it started, it stopped. Everything went quiet.
Yeah.
And then over there across the road up on the hill, we heard a tree break. And then, so we were like, okay, this is getting really weird. We felt like we were being watched.
Right.
Like, we didn't have any idea what was making these noises or anything, but whew, I'm just getting nervous thinking
Is it?
about
Yeah,
it,
you get
know?
yeah, absolutely.
And so we started, like, gathering our stuff, and I came and turned on the headlights in the driveway, and we start to head in the house, and then over here, somewhere across the road, is another tree break. And we're like, okay, we're done. I'm going home. Like, I don't know.
Sure.
So I came back maybe like a week later. Again, this is the third week. And it's the middle of the summer, right? So it's nice out. We were outside. And we're just sitting in the driveway in the car. And we were talking about, what happened last week? What was that even? Have you ever, no. So we sat here and we watched and we listened. It was dark.
Yeah.
Nothing. We gave up. It was late. I drove home. I pulled out of the driveway here, because it's the U shape, and so I got up on the road, and my headlights crested over across the field, and right to the right of this group of trees, these smaller trees weren't here.
Okay.
It was huge, first of all. The first thing I noticed was orange. It was rusty orange colored, and probably like 7 feet tall, and it was mid-stride. And what got me most is why it wouldn't have been hiding. I'm like, why aren't you hiding? Because it was just standing right there.
Yeah.
And so my headlight centered on it, and it literally took a knee. It took a knee and put its hand above its face like this. And I'm just frozen looking at it, and I'm looking at the size of the hand and how the knuckles are like on the ground.
Yeah.
And I froze, and then I stepped on the gas pedal, and I took off, and I sped, ran stop signs, and did not stop
all the
until
way
I
back.
got home. And I didn't even tell anybody about it until the next day, because I was in disbelief. I was like, what was that?
And so now you're a lifelong resident of Whitehall?
Mm-hmm.
So you grew up knowing the stories of
I did.
the Whitehall Bigfoot then?
And I never, bought into it, whatever. I was, okay, that's funny, everybody sees it, whatever.
Right, yeah.
But, actually, my same friend that lives here had another thing happen down the road. Her and a bunch of her friends were having a party in the woods, and they actually encountered a Squatch on the trail.
Oh, really?
2 of them ran. My friend hid behind the tree, and she heard a loud noise. She didn't know what was going on. She was just being as quiet as she could, and then she heard it walk away. It uprooted a tree and laid it across the trail.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay, so
Wow.
she had some previous experience, but I didn't.
That's cool.
And then, so I just, I think it watched us for, weeks.
Yeah. Like
And then
3 weeks, you said, right?
Yeah,
Wow. And this is just right here. And how long ago was that? When was that?
2015.
It's 15, so a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you're still visibly shaken by this,
Yeah.
obviously.
Oh, yeah,
That's something. Like, if you were to say, if Bigfoot, hey, I don't think Bigfoot exists, what would you say?
They do, because I saw it, and I think that they are more intelligent than we are, especially in the woods. They know how to hide better. I think there's an intuition to it too. Like, if you're gonna see it once, you're gonna see it again. Like,
Okay.
there's certain people that are drawn to it, maybe, or
Sure.
That's how I feel, because
Mm-hmm.
it's just here. It's here. They're everywhere, I think. I mean, you hear about it all over the world. So there's got to be families. There's got to be communities. There's got to be hierarchy and social networks and
Yeah. There's got to be, right? I mean, they're if they're a biological creature, which I think they are. I think they exist on this earth just like you and me. Um, I think that they definitely have to have a social hierarchy system and a a family's group and
yeah.
stuff like that, and they have to
Mhm.
live. Now, do you think that um, they travel through this area, or do you think they kind of live here year round? What do you? I mean,
I mean,
in
you've
your
seen like the tree beds in the but in the wintertime, there's got to be better hiding spots for them. They
yeah,
have to have better, you know. I
right.
don't know. They might stay or they might go.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've watched a lot of YouTube videos and I've learned that people think they migrate, and that makes sense to me.
Sure.
So,
Yeah. I think they're actually nomadic. I think they actually follow the food
right,
where they go,
right,
and they travel around where the food is. I think they eat very similar things to what black bear eat,
right.
because that's where they live in the similar areas to
Mhm.
where black bear lives. So a lot
Right,
of berries and stuff like that. So I think
right.
they travel around where the berries are,
Yeah,
you know.
absolutely.
And
And
Whitehall
wildlife too,
is
where the wildlife is prominent for them
yeah.
to.
And up here, it's just, I mean, you have so much wildlife up here. It's just remarkable.
Mhm.
It's crazy the amount of
Yes,
wildlife you have up
it
here.
sure is, because there's all the lakes and the mountains, and
Absolutely.
you get the moose and stuff from Canada
You have moose down here?
sometimes.
Occasionally?
Yeah.
Really?
Mhm.
Huh. That's crazy.
Yep.
How far? Well, you said that tree wasn't there, so
Right. So it was probably like right here. Like it was
how?
leaving the cluster of trees,
So
probably.
it was
Right.
It was right here on the
Right
roadway.
here, like 50 yards back, maybe.
I'll take it.
Something walked through there. Yeah, so probably right about there.
Oh, this isn't even close to 50 yards.
Okay, well it was closer. It was that close.
This close.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow, that's like 20 yards.
Yeah. Okay,
That's
well,
crazy how big.
I
And
don't do football.
yeah, no. But if you could, so you said when you first saw it, it was up here,
Uh-huh.
and then it knelt down.
It took a knee and put its hand in front of its face.
Did you notice this grass in front of it, or no?
No, it was a clear view.
Oh, okay.
It was a clear view. Like probably the grass was all stomped down from wildlife or something. No, it was a clear view. There was no grass and cattails.
And that's close.
Yeah.
What's it doing out here?
I don't know. That's why I was confused. Why was it right there? Like it must have been behind this. My thought is it was behind this cluster of trees, and then I thought maybe I was just gonna go that way so I wouldn't see it. So I just like kept walking.
Yeah. See, this is why we went back and I got my boots.
Mm-hmm.
But
Oh, that's nasty.